Aviation expert and former airline pilot Denny Kelly, and now to continue the conversation. Appreciate you being here.
Thanks for having me.
All right, let's talk about this. We've seen that photo with that nose gear just jammed up into that aircraft. How hard does that landing have to be in order for that to happen?
It has to be very hard. You have to have a really hard impact on that gear to shove it up in there like that. So you have to think that one of two things happened.
Okay.
You had mechanical failure in the mechanism itself, which allowed the gear to go up into the airplane, or you had a very hard landing, maybe landing on the nose gear, which caused it to collapse.
So how does that hard landing come into play? Is that speed on, or just the direction? Because we did hear witnesses say last night the plane was coming in kind of squirrely.
That doesn't mean much, but there have been witnesses that have said that the airplane, they felt an impact and then a second impact. And that could indicate that the airplane bounced, hit the runway on the main gear, bounced in the air just a little bit. The nose dropped, there wasn't enough airspeed to pull the nose back up, and hit on the nose wheel, which caused it to collapse. But I don't think we're going to know, nobody will know for sure until the investigation is complete. I would say probably by now or by tomorrow at the latest, somebody will know pretty well what happened.
But if that is the case, then that's a pilot error.
Yeah. But I mean, I would have to say that 737 pilots for Southwest Airlines, that's all they fly. They're probably the best in the world. And if it was pilot error, just pilot error. I mean, everybody makes mistakes.
Sure. And it's okay. So let's say that will come out because, of course, they've got the black boxes, and if there's any discussion happening, we'll hear about that. If it wasn't pilot error, if it was mechanical, do I need to be worried getting on a plane? No.
Absolutely not.
Because this is relatively minor in the list.
I heard somebody say, somebody that I talked to said that the pilots had notified the tower at LaGuardia that they had a nose gear problem. Now, the pilots in the cockpit, the only thing they can do is look up and see that there's a green light showing the landing gear is locked down. That's all they can do. Now, what they may have experienced was when they put the gear down, they may have heard a funny sound. It's happened to me, it's happened to probably everybody. And that may have alerted them that there may have been a problem. But there's really not much else you can do. I mean, the gear's down and locked. You're sure not going to swing it back up once it's down and locked if you suspect something's wrong. So, they land.
So if you do, though, if you maybe hear something or you're a little unsure, is that the right thing to do, is to go ahead and land? Or do you say, well let's...
I'd have to hear it and experience it myself.
Yeah.
I mean, I might do exactly what they did, or I might go around and go someplace and kind of look at the hydraulic system and see if everything's as it should be, and something like that. But everybody's got 20/20 hindsight.
Right.
These guys did what they thought was best in the time they had, and they landed in the gear. Something happened.
So do you think there should be an inspection at this point of all 737s? No.
What they'll do is they'll go in and look at this airplane and see what really happened. And if it was a failure of a mechanical part to the nose gear, then they will go and look at all 737s and make sure that that's not on the other 737s. But until that happens, they won't do it.
Yeah, because this is a popular aircraft. That means other airlines are going to be watching what's going on as well.
So, Southwest flies more 737s than anybody in the world. And there's thousands of them flying in the world. And it's a great airplane. And the Southwest pilots do a great job.
Yeah.
And this is just, it's an unfortunate thing.
All right. Well, 10 people injured. We feel, badly for those folks, but things could have been worse. So we got to look at it that way.
Anytime you deploy the slides when these airplanes get an emergency, you're going to have some minor injuries for whatever reason. You're going to have a sprained ankle. You're going to have hands burnt, on the slides, something like that.
All right, Denny, we appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
As always, thank you so much. We'll keep watching it.
Thank you.
Thanks.